Welcome everybody to New Age Pro Wrestling. I'm your usual commentator, Hunter Bale, here tonight for this kick-ass show we have here tonight with a lot of firsts for episode 2. Hello once again everyone. As I said before, I don't need much introductions. My name is Hunter Bale. Let's get into the match card. We have Camilla Domingo versus Amber Young, followed by Quest versus Matt Rush. Then we have apparently a major signing set to appear here tonight. We have no idea who it is. And then finally, for our main event, we have Christ with Damien Sin versus Rabid with Jordan Sykes. And for the main event. Once again here in New York, New York. Alright, let me get my notes out here. Camilla Domingo, professional surfer from Kona, Hawaii. I've met her a few times before. She has a very easygoing and fun-loving nature, often throwing opponents off guard, leading them to underestimate her technical prowess in the ring. I would know, she put me in an armbar not too long ago. She's also, funny enough, a shark attack survivor and has a scar in her right forearm to prove it. Like I said before, she did put me in an armbar earlier. I thought, I didn't think the scar was real. And I found out the hard way. I found out the fucking hard way. But yes. What, am I supposed to curse? Didn't bleep me out, production truck. I don't know what you want me to say. Anyway. Back to the show. Camilla Domingo ready here tonight with her opponent being the one and only Amber Young. You hear the crowd kind of showing their displeasure towards her. Now, let me get to my notes on a Miss Amber Young. She's definitely the type of woman that prefers to be a lot more, I would say, very physical when it comes to fighting her opponents. Along with being very disciplined when that bell rings, not wanting to play with the opponents whatsoever. She's also been seen in training areas such as Japan, inside the UK, Australia, Mexico, and so on and so forth to learn different wrestling styles to perfect her craft. And something that should be of note here, ladies and gentlemen, this is our 4th War Maidens match in New Age Pro Wrestling history. The last one happened at Royal Pursuit. So both these women here tonight looking to make their mark in a division that unfortunately isn't highlighted enough with so much talent on the roster. The War Maidens, they're badasses, but sometimes even they need breaks. And here we go. Starting off, Camilla trying to get a jab in, but Amber too quick there, getting a shot to the ribs. Is now we're in a collar and elbow tie up. Camilla getting her to the corner here. The ref trying to get in between them. Will it be a clean break? Looks like a clean break so far. Never mind. Camilla going immediately straight back after Amber Young. You have to remember, like I said, Amber Young, a very stiff opponent. Camilla is very, like I said, easygoing and fun-loving. So not a lot of people expect her to do that. The referee getting out of the way, don't blame him. And Amber Young with a flurry of attacks ending with a rolling knee. Camilla Young with the counter, though, kick to the head. As both of these War Maidens looking to get some form of momentum. And what a deadlift there. Deadlift neck breaker, it looked like. And now focusing the arm of Amber Young. You have to expect in a match type like this, I say match type is a stipulation, but what a great move there. It takes a lot of determination to really get into the head of your opponent, especially when it comes to War Maidens. They're just a different breed of animal. They're so intense, so bloodthirsty almost, that they have to go the extra mile to get the attention that they deserve. My brain froze there for a second. As they're now outside the ring now. Exchanging blows to the head for both of them. And a beautiful belly to back suplex there. Camilla getting the counter in. The crowd letting them both hear it. It's quite obvious here tonight, here in New York, that Camilla is the fan favorite as she runs up with a leg drop. The ref now, I believe at 5, missed that spinning roundhouse. Did not miss that spinning forearm, though. Or spinning back fist, and another. Well, that roundhouse connected right there. Is this it? No, Amber breaking up the count. Could have won there via count out, but that really shows what these War Maidens are capable of. They want to show off. They want people to understand who they are. So ending there with a count out would be blasphemy for these women here tonight. Again, another counter there by Amber Young. Missing that roundhouse once again. But that spinning back fist of a favorite, seems like, as she ends that combo with yet another spinning leg kick. In the corner now, somewhere you do not want to be, bashed into that turnbuckle. And now forearms and chops, tearing down the opponent, and now ending it with stomps to the chest from Amber Young. There have been a lot of different momentum shifts here in this matchup. I know I commentated over it, and I really neglected it. I do apologize. But what a clothesline there. Is that enough for to end it here? No! Close though. That was a stiff as hell clothesline. And another beautiful suplex there by Amber Young. Now, bring her to the middle of the ring against the ropes here. A lot of dangerous moves to be done here. And a beautiful kick there, as Camilla hasn't been able to respond here for a while. Focusing on that forearm, not the one with the scar, mind you. You can kind of see it there near the elbow. Just focusing on that left arm and lower back of Camilla Domingo. Picking them back up now. Knees to the gut, kick, spinning elbow, kick to the knee, and then a knee to the head! Could that be enough now for Amber Young? No! Not even a 1 count. Even Amber Young looks a little surprised. Picking her up now, dropping her on her head with a fisherman suplex. Camilla Domingo now trying to get back into this one. Grabbing her by the arm, there's the arm bar! And a chicken wing! I take it back, it's a chicken wing. Submission. Amber able to get out though. Elbows to the head now. Into the corner, shoulder thrust. Back it up. Camila Domingo getting way into it here again, trying to get back into this one. Spinning elbow, punch to the back of the head, now has her back now. Picking her up. And dropping her for a gutbuster there. Could that be enough? That flourish of sequence there. Not enough, no, just a 2 count. Side swipe there for Amber Young. And now she has Camilla in a submission move. No, never mind, just beating the back of her head. protected to the back of the dome. Throwing it to the corner now. Hold on here. It looked like Camilla might have been going for the hang 10 there, but Amber Young able to catch on. Elbow to the jaw. Clothesline by Camilla. And a punch to the bridge of her nose, it looked like. Camilla now really feeling it once again here. Going to the outside, looking for possibly springboard attack here. Springboard drop kick. Not going for the pinfall, however, going for a knee to the head. Second rope action here. What could Camilla be looking for? An amazing second rope leg drop from the standing position, showing the athleticism from the former professional surfer. And once again, Amber hooking the arms to the back and just going against the back of the head of those elbows. That is concussion sitting right there. Belly to the side suplex or belly to back suplex, doesn't really matter. Still a suplex at the end of the day. Camilla trying to stop this momentum here. Amber trying to keep it. Just drop down. The momentum has been shifting so much in this matchup, it's hard to tell what everyone has here. Amber Young picking her up. DC driver, is that enough? No, it's not enough. Kicks out. Going Camilla now to the corner. Going to the other corner is Amber. And just dropping the heel to the jawline of Camilla. Kick to the guts. Kick to the side of the head now. Quick leg whip there. Camilla trying to get back to having the momentum. The momentum has shifted at least 10 times during this matchup. Camilla now with just a snake eyes. That's not snake eyes. That's just a... Anyway, just gotta ignore that. I missed that call. 2 count there by Camilla, and she's beside herself, and she's still trying to find a way to put away this opponent in Amber Young. Focusing now on the arms once again, allowing to sap the strength away from her opponents to allow her to not use her arms for strength to pick her up possibly for the DC driver or anything else in Amber Young's arsenal. But Amber Young back into it with the right arm clothesline. Miss. No! Pele kick to the face. And another fisherman suplex, dropping her on her head. Middle rope action here. Both these War Maidens looking to fly. And missed! Looks like he was going for a double knees. Camilla now missing again. Pele kick! Once again, nailing her with that Pele. And a knee to the guts. Kick to the side of the head. Amber Young back in control of this one. Both these War Maidens are battered. Beaten to hell and back. But still, no one wants to give up. But Jesus Christ, with the roundhouse kick to the temple like that, you can knock anyone out. That's why you do not mess with these War Maidens, folks. They are not ones to be messed with as Amber Young is thrown to the outside. Outside the ring now. Going after the leg now is Camilla Domingo. Focusing on that leg, just trying to now possibly slow down her opponent. Again, very wise decision here by the professional surfer. But now she's throwing against the barricade. What does Amber have in store for her here? And a little bit of fan participation here. And a knee to the head. you have to imagine with all these blows to the head, especially nowadays with all the research that we've had, brain injuries are a serious concern when it comes to this sport. But here in New Age, you have to be ready for anything, and here we go again. Like Amber Young heard me, going after the back of the head on Camila Domingo. You hit someone just hard enough in the skull, they're seeing their vision's blurry, they're seeing double, maybe even triple. Who knows what Camila Domingo is seeing right now? You can see Amber Young is dissecting the head of Camila here. Amber Young looking for the end. Throwing her to the corner. No. Went back and dropped her down. Uh-oh, this does not look good for Camila, and a shining wizard! Knee to the head! Is that enough? Somehow, Camila Domingo kicking out, and Amber Young is frustrated. But you cannot let frustration get the best of you, or that could happen. Camila now back into it. Uh-oh, this does not look good for Amber Young. The Surfer's Knot has been applied. Will Amber Young submit here? The Surfer's Knot extending the legs out. Just possibly tearing the tendons in the knee. We're talking ACL, MCL, all that, the meniscus. You have to be careful. And Amber Young able to get out of that submission. Getting a punch to the head. And now, quickly, with a surprise pin after the submission, and Camila doesn't kick out in time. Amber Young getting out of the ring. What? And you can see Camila frustrated with herself. Amber Young showing the mind games. Camila arguing with the ref, but to deaf ears as Amber Young steals a victory here against Camila Domingo.
Trevor Storm here, backstage once again after an amazing opening match here on Unleashed episode 2 with many more matches to come. But for now, I'm joined by the man who fought in the opening match on episode 1 to a losing effort. He is the luscious one, William Parker. Well, thank you for joining me for this interview.
The pleasure is all mine, darling. Please, call me Will.
Okay, Will, in episode 1 you fought in a relatively close match against Ivan Gallier, who now has a shot for the Grand Crusader Championship. How do you feel after such a loss?
How do I feel? I'm disgusted. How dare that bum look at me like a fool in such a way. It's despicable how this piece of crap could get away with a crime as causing any form of damage to my gorgeous face like this. A loss is a loss, you know, I can take that. But you know how much money it costs to pedicure my mustache like this? I mean, granted, I can afford it, but this the bloody principle of the matter. Evan better reimburse me for any damages he may have caused, or I will claim it back myself! Excuse me, Trevi. Lost my cool there a little.
It's fine, Will. I can understand the underlying frustration of a loss. But one source shown publicly was the comments towards you made by Yurike Huntron and Antonio Stark, both of which I hear you have deep history with. Do you possibly have a response to any comments that both of them made?
All I have to say, Stark is a non-issue to me. I've embarrassed him once before. I can very easily do it again. As for that snivelling prick Huntron, our careers have been tied for many, many years. But I believe he's forgotten our win-loss record whenever we fought. What is it exactly? Oh, exactly. Just know our link doesn't stop here in New Age. I'll be there at a point where he doesn't expect it. Then, like always, I'll be the one laughing at him. Now I'm done here. I need my Long Island iced tea out of my way.
Well, a very angry and frustrated Will Parker there. One has to wonder what his path is next. Anyway, time to go back to the action in the ring.
Oh, Trevor Storm. Oh my God. Thank you so much for pissing him off that much. It fills my heart with joy when I hear Will Parker so frustrated. But he does bring up a valid point, as much as I hate saying it, about the individual records between him and Huntron. But at the end of the day, he was upset, he got angry, and just made an ass out of himself. So Trevor Storm, thank you very much for that interview. But now, let's get back to what we were actually here for, which is the matches here tonight. That was not me trying to insult anyone, that was just me trying to get back into the transition to the wrestling. Whatever. Alright. And this next matchup will be Quest versus Matt Rush. Quest is a second-generation wrestler, known for his Fury heavyweight powerhouse, and known very much for his hard-hitting strikes, emphasizing a strike and suplex heavy moveset. He's easily approachable and able to help when he sees fit. Not one to usually sit idly by, though, when something rubs him the wrong way. Also, something I did not know, he is also a student of one Antonio Stark. You have to wonder, with Quest and Matt Rush, this is going to be a great matchup. You already know that. But Matt Rush, we saw him last episode. We saw him the last time he started the gauntlet match, be the first one eliminated, be the sore loser by being the first one eliminated. No one wants to go down that way. And he took out his frustration on his opponent, Mike Maxwell, and costing him a shot at the Noble Championship. But here in New Age Pro Wrestling, unfortunately, it's how the cookie crumbles. But then again, we're not talking about Mike Maxwell, are we? We're talking about Mr. Quest and Matt Rush here tonight. Here comes his opponent, Matt Rush. And he was kind enough to give me some notes. Let me find them here. Ah, it's middle finger. Ain't that great. Anyway, my actual notes I have on them, let me actually find those. Matt Rush used to be a party animal 4 years ago, but since then has stopped drinking and partying, well, 4 years ago. Since then, he's been a former United States champion, a two-time World Heavyweight champion. The reason for him to stop drinking and partying was due to lack of opportunities to compete anywhere, and it really felt like he reached his glass ceiling. He reached a glass ceiling, rather. Now he's more willing, as you can tell, to do whatever it takes against anybody, and we saw that last time against Mike Maxwell, which I did mention earlier. The Broken Neck Club, established in 1998. But, like I mentioned on our last show, he did decide to be a sore loser and go after Mike Maxwell. But like I also said, in New Age Pro Wrestling, that's just how the cookie crumbles. And we have to just go with the flow. You have two completely differing moves, tactics, and mindsets when it comes to Quest and Matt Rush. You have a powerhouse-like moveset against Matt Rush's somewhat more technical and kind of speedier moveset as well. Not saying that he's not a powerhouse as well, but still, with differing mindsets and tactical mindsets, it's going to make things very interesting from start to finish. Quest, Matt Rush, and here we go. Starting off with a drop kick to the knees there onto Quest by Matt Rush. Quest now trying to get back into it. Quest definitely has a height and weight advantage. Call it elbow tie up. Matt Rush now turning it to, has the elbow now, kind of wrenching at that arm. Twisting it again, driving Quest now to a knee, still wrenching down in that arm. Twisting the joint That's a lot of bundle of nerves there as he still continues to get that hold in on the elbow and the arm. Like I said, there's a lot of bundle of nerves there that controls a lot of the body. You'd be surprised how many nerves in the elbow really connect to kind of the neck, the shoulder. It really makes you, well, kind of powerless at some points, no matter how strong you are, as we're back down to a collar elbow tie-up after some back and forth from both men. Matt Rush has the back of Quest, and I'm not sure if that's what you want, because Quest is the stronger individual, and now he has the back of Matt Rush. Matt Rush trying to get out of his grip, but he can't. Quest has him cinched in. Matt Rush being able to flip him over now. There it is, the more technical moveset of Matt Rush. That mindset is a lot different as he has him in a very tight headlock, probably squeezing a lot of oxygen and blood out of the skull, trying to make him possibly pass out. The Quest here getting himself up, now up to a standing position here, as Matt Rush trying to hold him back, and now for a powerhouse, you don't really see a lot of technical prowess, so this is very impressive to watch a massive powerhouse like this go blow for blow, move for move, hold to hold with a technician like Matt Rush. As Quest now throwing him down. I think he's had enough of the holds. I think he wants to get to the power as he starts off with a kick to the upper back. Now going after the legs. Matt Rush though, kicking him away. You have to keep a big man like that away from you if you want to win a matchup like this. Trying to go for a double leg takedown looks like, but this is probably not the guy you want to try a double leg takedown on. I take it back. He just did an old school wrestling takedown. I'll just shut my mouth then. And that chokehold, almost like a guillotine chokehold, a modified one at that, but Quest able to get out of that one. He has his hands on Matt Rush, but Matt Rush smart enough and, well, intelligent enough to make sure he doesn't stay in that hold for too long, picking him up now into a backbreaker, dropping the lower back onto a knee. On the outside now, pretty close to the ropes as he wants a springboard here. Misses! Looked like it's going for a springboard spear, it looked like, but Quest being able to just sidestep out of the way, as now we're on the outside where things get even more dangerous. Because under that padding, it's just concrete, folks. There's not a lot of give down there. And now, Quest going after the knee of Matt Rush. Still going after the leg. Enziguri there by Matt Rush. A beautiful rolling knee. And there we go again. We're seeing that wrestling prowess by Matt Rush really bringing Quest to school. A deadlift now by Matt Rush. Like I said, he doesn't look like a powerhouse, but he is, with a beautiful deadlift suplex. Getting it back into the ring now. The referee's count was at 4. Matt Rush now going to the top rope. High Red District asking for Quest to get up. I'm not sure that's what you want to do with a powerhouse. He can grab you, but with a rolling senton, it worked out for now. And a deadlift, and now he has him in a guillotine chokehold. He has him in a choke. And Quest is too powerful. Before he can really cinch in his arm under the chin for that chokehold to really be effective, Quest just able to outpower him, outmaneuver Matt Rush. It has to, the frustration must be boiling over, as you can kind of see here with these kicks. Just trying to choke him out, trying to tell him, stay down, let me choke you. But you know, with a big man like Quest, that is going to be easier said than done. You know Matt Rush is looking for Eat Concrete. A chop there. And now we're in a chop battle. A chop battle between Matt Rush and Quest. Quest with the offensive. Matt Rush now with the offensive. Quest trying to get back into it. A strike to the head. And now a striking battle between Quest and Matt Rush. This is probably not the wisest idea for Matt Rush. No winner there. And a quick roll-up by Quest. No. And now another roll-up. Broke up and got to a roll-up here. 2. No. Quest now picking him up with power and bringing him in by the schoolboy. Is that enough? No. Again, a lot of technical moves here by the big man. Something you'd rarely see in matchups like this. But you saw that suplex right really close to the apron. That was a little concerning. One wrong move and that's a broken neck for sure. And Quest, oh, he was looking for a big power bomb or something. But Quest once again breaking it up. And Quest now to the top rope. And with a beautiful elbow from the top rope to the outside. Just all the momentum crashing down to Quest's sternum. That probably did a lot more damage than he'd like to admit. Springboard spear by Matt Rush. Matt Rush now. Well, I think we know what he's looking for here, ladies and gentlemen. He's looking for Eat Concrete. And bam! There it is! Eat Concrete! Is that enough? That might be it for Quest! The powerhouse going down. No! Just a 2 count for Matt Rush there. Matt Rush looking for something else now. The BNC dropping him on his head. Is that enough? After Eat Concrete, a BNC! No! Quest throwing him off him. Matt Rush frustrated. You cannot allow the frustration to get into you, Matt. That's what made you lose the first match your first time. You cannot let the frustration get to you. Taking the back of Quest. And a beautiful suplex. I'm surprised he didn't hook it. That could have been a 3 count right there. But Matt Rush obviously knows that there's a lot more to do. Misses a chop there, but goes up to the top rope. And looked like he was going for a neck breaker, and Quest caught him. Quest caught him bad and kicked him in the chest. Quest now off the rope with a rolling neck breaker. Looks like there. He's fortunate. I thought he was going to kick his fucking jaw off. Again, going out to the legs. And now, I think it's Quest's turn. Quest now, begging him to get up, missing a chop though, grapples him, and now throws him up against the ropes. Drops down, throwing him down, and then just slams him down. Throwing him up, and it slams him down. Beautiful move there, and then a kind of flashy elbow. Not enough. Matt Rush still has a little bit left more in the tank. Quest now probably wondering what he has to pull out in his bag of tricks. Uh-oh. We might be seeing a deadlift German suplex. Yes, we are. Nothing is more impressive than seeing a powerhouse literally deadlift an opponent and just slam him down on the ground like that. And that was a beautiful kick to the side of the head. Wrenching on the arm against that rope. That rope does not have as much give as a lot of people would like to think. Trust me, I know, it is not fun. And now, he is just beating the living hell out of Matt Rush right now. And dropping him with a back suplex. Quest now, begging him to get up. Picking him up. I think we know what's about to happen here. The eyes of heaven! Dropping him! Is that enough? Close to the ropes! No! Not enough! Quest now trying to get back into this one once again. Picking him up. And literally, what the hell? The amount of strength you need to pull someone from their arms onto your shoulders and then body drop them like that is asinine. Spine buster, picture perfect by Quest. Begging him to get up once again. Picking him up. Matt Rush counters it with a DDT. Looks like Matt Rush wants to eat concrete again. Maybe not. Shoulder thrust to the post. And then tosses it with a belly-to-belly release suplex. Matt Rush now feeling it. Wait a minute. It's Mike Maxwell! But this is what he probably wants! Matt Rush, you need to turn around! Matt Rush, look out! Uh-oh, this ain't good! Picking him up, throwing him up, fall from grace! That's it! Mike Maxwell got his revenge on Matt Rush. Matt Rush looking to really pull in for the victory, looking for another Eat Concrete, helping Quest win this matchup here tonight. A wonderful win there by Quest, very impressive with a little bit of help by Mike Maxwell, but even then at the end of the day, he still won the match with powerful style as we continue on with the rest of the show. Alright, we're obviously getting ready for the main event soon. It's been one hell of a show here tonight. We still have that signing I heard about. It says nothing in my notes here. Usually production's really... I recognize that music. I know that music. That is not who the fuck I think it is. There's no way. There is no way. That man has been retired. There's no way he's back. Me and this man go back a while, but if it's who I think it is, William Kingdom is back, and he's a new age pro wrestling. We haven't seen this man since Unite, when everyone thought he was retired. But I'll tell you one thing, when it comes to William Kingdom, when you think you have all the answers, he comes back bringing even more questions. William Kingdom has returned to the wrestling scene here in New Age Pro Wrestling. He is signed with us. What? After such a huge signing, now we go to the main event. Christ versus Rabbit, with both their tag team partners going into their corner. Who will end up the victor in this bloodbath?
Matt, how does it feel that someone else got involved in your business? Doesn't that feel amazing? You know what? It made me feel so good when you dropped me on my neck last week and cost me a championship match. That felt so good, Matt. Bravo! Seriously? Like, this is what we're doing now? Matt, out of all people, you attack me? I should have known better that you were going to do this after you were talking about going after my neck on social media, but I guess not, because I thought we were friends. I thought I knew you better than this, because before this company even came back into business, I was traveling with you. We were traveling the world together on the indies. Like, I thought I knew you so well as a friend. I thought I could trust you in this locker room, because I don't have much friends or people to trust. And the one person I thought I could trust the most, I couldn't trust at all. And that just hurts inside of me. That's something that I want my payback. I want to get back at you now, because you decided to take away an opportunity away from me in an attempt to end my career. Matt, you made the worst move of your career. You attacked someone who was the only person in that locker room who had your back. And now, I'm going to make it my mission that I take you out with me. So next week, it's me versus you, Matt. One-on-one. No escape, no running away. You want to drop me on my neck? I'm going to drop you on your neck and see how it feels. I'll see you next week.
Wow, that was a lot to unpack there. Something I never had in my notes. Mike Maxwell and Matt Rush used to travel the indies together. Well, in the wrestling business nowadays, it's a cutthroat business. And here comes Rabid, who's recently surgically had to get his knee replaced. A big contributing reason for forming Fur is Murder with Jordan Sykes, who is starting a new chapter in his career, having friends who, well, unfortunately retire, others moving on to solo careers. Rabbit is working on getting his shine again and getting back to the swing of things and find understanding on where he is, again, whether it's on his own or paired up with Sights. An experienced veteran of 9 years, somehow always finding himself having to adapt and change to survive. Rabbit, someone I've actually followed a little bit, seen him grow over these past 9 years when he started. It's just amazing to see how much he has grown over the years and how much he's had to overcome in these 9 years. And here comes his opponent, one half of the tag team Opium. Christ. Alright, let me get my notes right here. This one act, Christ here and Damian Sin actually gave me some notes to work with. Christ and Damian Sin, the tag team known as Opium. Christ here has quite the repertoire under his belt, having retired Finn Sarkoza for the Ringmaster World Heavyweight Championship on Madness, former Warzone Wrestling Olympus champion, and, my apologies, former Warzone Wrestling Olympus champion. He goes by the Godfather of the Cosmos, or GFOC, self-proclaimed greatest at its greatest, the first mortal to invade the domain of the gods. Okay, I don't know if they're trying to make me look like an ass of myself, but these are the notes they gave me. Both these guys, both of these men in this matchup have a hardcore background, but this isn't a hardcore match. So, with no weapons allowed to be getting involved, they have to be technical. They have to play clean, by the book. It's going to make you wonder if someone here wants to pull out a chair and make things interesting. But then again, coming from a hardcore background, I think these guys also know what to do without weapons to make people physically submit, emotionally, mentally tap out. And here we go with our main event. Starting off with a collar and elbow tie-up in the middle of the ring. Christ, the bigger man in this matchup. Rabbit a little bit smaller, and by a little bit smaller, kind of a lot. Clean break, a little surprising from two hardcore veterans. And back into the corner is Rabbit, who's not going to have any... I think he's going to have a lot of problems here trying to outpower Christ here. Oh, wait a minute. And just as I say that, Rabbit gets him into the corner now. Are we going to have a third clean break in a row? We will, from two people in the hardcore scene. And Christ now getting the first attack in and slamming him down onto his upper back and then throwing him around. You have to imagine he might go after the knee sometime during this matchup. But then again, these guys, you never know what they're going to do. Rabbit now protecting the legs. Notice how quickly he protected his legs there as he goes in with that wild headbutt. Now attacking the arm and snapping it back. The arm is not meant to do that. And it looks like Rabbit is trying to bite Christ's fingers off. And wrenching at the arm, kick to the stomach. Rabbit now really, he's going to focus on one part of the body, and we're probably going to see that for the rest of this match, where Rabbit dilates on one part of the body and makes it his goal to debilitate that limb, going with a massive choke slam on him. Is that enough already this early up in the matchup? No, it is not. Basically, just a 2 count there. And now stomps to the chest. Stomps to the side of the ribs now, and kicks now to the head. Holding on to that arm, really focusing on the key body parts here. The arms, ribs, and head, the main focal points of any wrestler. And now going up to the back as the bruises are already starting to kick in already. And once again, going after the ribs, going after the face, going after the arm, this time on the opposite side of Christ's body. You're going to see Rabbit do this a lot. He likes to debilitate his opponents here as he goes after the lower back once again. And once again, back to the opposite side. Kicks to the ribs, kick to the head. Gonna wrench that arm back to make the bundle of nerves there cry out in agony. He's got to go after that lower back again. And right now, Christ is on the defensive. He needs to get out of his predicament, and hopefully he does so, or Rabbit will continue to punish those limbs. As Rabbit now gets tossed to the other side of the ring, I think Christ had enough. As now it looks like he might be going after the legs. No, he's going for a big swing here and just tossing him to the other side of the ring. Rabbit holding on to the leg here. Christ looked like he was just trying to stomp the air out of it, or probably just, push it out. And now he's going after the arms of Rabbit. I don't think he liked that much that Rabbit was going after his body that much. Rabbit now going across, went over for a rollover, did not get it. Christ was able to roll away. Gets picked up now. Rabbit now probably gonna get tossed again. No! Rollover DDT. Not a rollover DDT, but like a twirling DDT to get out of that predicament. And just a 1 count as Christ throws him off to the body. Kick now to the top of the head. Once again, punches now. These two guys, obviously they might kind of know each other. They're both from hardcore backgrounds, so you never know. Maybe they cross paths in the indies. Picking him up again for another choke slam. Second one in this matchup. Going after the arm, and here we go again. Grade A example. Rabbit, he likes to dissect his opponents. He loves dissecting them so much. Bend their will to his own. Force them to adapt. Just like he's had to do in his 9-year career. So often, so much in his 9-year career. He's had to adapt. He's had to innovate. He's had to elevate his status. So he tries to force other opponents with his moveset to also adapt, to also try and overcome. But Rabbit, really, if you had to guess, Rabbit doesn't want his opponent to overcome right now. He wants to win. He wants to beat the living hell out of him. As right now, both of these men are beating the ever-loving hell out of each other. Uh-oh, going after the knee now. I don't know if that was the one that required surgery, but now both managers, on the other side, diving elbow to the head as you have Damian Sin walking away from Christ here. Excuse me. And you have Jordan Sykes on the other side, watching you on. Is that enough? Ref, get out of the camera's way! Jesus, you think these refs actually get paid to do this? Kicks now to the head of Rabbit, possibly trying to concuss the man. Going after the head again. Wrenching him up. Running to the ropes now. Was trying to boot him in the head. Does it again, but he does get that clothesline. And another one. Another clothesline once again. Multiple clotheslines there with ending with a flying lariat. Is that enough? It's a 2 count. No! Just 2. Just 2. I'm shocked so far. None of their tag team partners have tried to get involved in this matchup yet, either by distracting the referee or any kind of tomfoolery. Now Rabbit just trying to get some reprieve here. Gets a 2 count after just kicking Christ off of him. Now I'm surprised he let him back in the ring that easily. Has the back of him now. Needs the upper back and dropping him down for a reverse DDT. All right. And we're back up both on their feet. Elbow to the side of the head of Rabid. And now to the upper back. Throwing him up against the ropes. Picking him up. No. Sending him backwards with a release German suplex. But as you can see, Christ, you see it now. The reason why Rabid was going after the limbs early on in the matchup. Christ now barely able to get up because his lower back is giving out. And look at the bruises. You can see him now. And Rabid, though, not looking any better. And now, with a clutch, chokehold rather, my apologies. Rabid able to get out though. Has him by the arm. Again, and just snap the fingers, probably trying to break him, honestly. And slamming him down face first to the mat. Rabid now setting up for the rabies shot, I think. No, that's not the rabies shot. I'm an idiot. I apologize. Now I think he's trying to. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. There we go. Countered. Countered into submission now. A standing Cobra clutch. Rabid trying to reach the ropes. You see him reaching for it, but he can't quite get there. But he's able to roll over to get him off him. Rabid now trying to get back onto the offensive. And big boot to the side of the jaw there. My apologies. And again, biting at the fingers. You saw Damien Sin trying to get involved. It somewhat worked. Rabid did miss that elbow there, but it almost looked like he's trying to break the neck of Christ here. And now he's snapping the arm back. He's been focusing on the arms a lot during this matchup. I believe we're at our midway point. Hold on here. The Depelter Turbo. Could that be enough? After all the damage he's done to him, is that enough to end the match? No, 2.5. And Rabid cannot believe it. We're around our midway point. I'd like to call it here. Headbutt. Rabid, come on, man. Really? And now, okay, see, you can headbutt him there. That's fine. The other one, not so. Whatever. You can't hear me anyway. I'm in a booth. Now going out to the leg. That is not how the leg's supposed to twist there, folks. Possibly hyperextending the knee. Both men going outside. Jordan Sykes getting well out of the way. You have to imagine Damien Sin is making sure nothing too crazy happens, but you have Rabid doing that, clawing at the man's face on the outside while standing on his legs. Picking him up at a 4 count now, trying to toss him into the steps there, and the ref now demanding them to get back into the ring, as now both of them are laying down flat on their back. Both of them have done so much damage to each other. At a 7 count now, Rabid back in the ring, but Christ is not back in it. He's getting back up though. At an 8 count. Uh-oh, Christ has Rabid. Knees to the sides there to the ribs. You break a rib there, it is dangerous. And what is he doing all the way from over there? There's no way he can reach him. Holy, what a elbow. What a beautiful elbow drop. Is that enough? 2, and no, another 2.5. Picking him up. This isn't looking good for Rabid, but he's able to get out of it. It looked like a very powerful powerbomb was about to happen, but clothesline after those big punches to let him go. But I don't think it was enough. I think he's going to get tossed like a sack of potatoes here. Over to the corner where Jordan Sykes is. Almost as if a punctuation mark telling Jordan Sykes, this is your partner? This is who you chose? Look what I'm doing to him. I'm throwing him around like a rag doll. And as if to punctuate it, release German suplex into the corner of Jordan Sykes. Moving him over now. No, Rabid not allowing it. Trying to punch him. Price stops it. But now with a punching combo of his own. Big up again. And another release German suplex. Again, into the corner of Jordan Sykes. But both of these men have beaten the hell out of each other to the point where none of them can get up after a move is completed. Look at the back of Christ. It is absolutely bruised and just raw from the amount of kicks and punishment Rabbit has done. And what a beautiful spinning clothesline after a little bit of a flourish from the top of middle rope. And a big knee there to the side of the head. Rabbit now, going after the head. After he dissects one body part, he usually goes after another. And now it looks like his sights are set on the foot, the leg area, the knee, all parts of the body that help you stand up and stay up with so much weight on your shoulders, possibly slowing him down. But now Christ on top of Rabbit, raining down punches to the brow, in front of Jordan Sykes once again. It's almost like Christ is doing this on purpose. Doing it in front of Jordan Sykes, like this is what I'm doing to your partner. You chose Rabbit? Are you sure it's the greatest decision for you in your career? And once again, here they go again. Grabbed by the throat now, but no! Slammed down, face first into the knee, and you have to wonder, with Christ throwing so many moves in front of Jordan Sykes, you have to wonder if it's a statement like, hey, this is your partner, I'm destroying him. You think you have a chance? You think he has a chance? No. As Rabbit is now thrown out of the ring. And look at Christ in Jordan Sykes' corner. Never mind. I thought he was going to jump out of the ring. I thought I was about to lose my mind. Picking him up. And throwing him down, gutbuster style, onto the ribs. Rabbit has had a plethora of injuries over his career. Uh-oh, this does not look any better for him. Oh, man, needed a face. Ref's count is at 6. This isn't good for either competitor here. Snake Eyes on the side of the ring. The ref's at 7. The ref is telling them to both get back in the ring here. The ref at an 8 count. Rabbit now. What is Rabbit doing? Rabbit, what are you doing? Jesus Christ, man. Now I've got the time to run up the ramp. The Rabbit's at a 9 count, and Rabbit decided to have a little adventure on the outside. And here we go again. Rabbit now going back against those ribs. Going back for the arm. Wrenching at both arms now. Again, going after the same set of ligaments and limbs as he did early on in the matchup. The first ones are to weaken them. These ones now, at the later stages of this matchup, are to break them, are to ruin those ligaments, and then scrape them in the face. Missing the headbutt there is Rabbit. Has him in the corner. Price now trying to get back into this one. Rabbit not allowing him. A scoop and a shoulder breaker. I thought it was going to be a scoop and a slam. It was not. Rabbit now going in a full circle. Going to the top rope now. Now in front of Damien Sin. The dumpster dive. Is that enough? Right in front of Damien Sin. Is that enough? No, it is not. I think Rabbit had enough of getting moves thrown on him in front of his tag team partner, that now he's doing it in front of Damien Sin, and Damien Sin trying to hype the crowd up for his man right there. But it's not working, as now you can see Rabbit once again going for the arm, trying to tear the ligaments. Probably, honestly, if I had to be in Rabbit's mindset right now, he's probably trying to tear some ligaments. He's probably trying to injure Christ right now and put him on the IR. Going to the corner now. Missed that elbow there. Christ out of the way. And uh-oh, this does not look good for Rabbit. Straight to hell. Is that enough? It is. Christ winning this hard-fought matchup as he looked down and out for the later stages of the match, but they sent Rabbit straight to hell. Here comes Jordan Sykes. An attack. Jordan Sykes now with a J Driller onto Christ. And here possibly comes. I don't think Damian Sins knows what happened. And here he comes though, coming from behind. Look out. Going behind Jordan Sykes. Jordan Sykes turning around. Shoulder there. And then Jesus Christ, throwing him head first in an apron. It is just turning into a madhouse out here. Christ with the victory, but Damian Sane and Jordan Sykes now beating the hell out of each other. And I'm afraid that is all the time we have here tonight is Jordan Sykes and Rabbit are both down and out for the count. For NAPW, I've been Hunter Bale, and we will see you next time. What a war has been unleashed here in the new age.